So we're just going to start coming into a comfortable seat, everybody. So if you just come into a comfortable seat, if you just get, have the wall behind for support, you could do that. But for starters, just come into a comfortable seat, maybe something under your lower hips so you can get a bit tall, your spine can be nice and tall. And then once you have that seat, just close your eyes, and we're just going to focus on a little bit of breathing before we move into practice. So close your eyes, you can have your hands at your heart, Anjali Mudra, or you can just have your hands on your kneecaps. And just take a deep inhale, and open your mouth, exhale. And as you inhale, visualize your body getting nice and tall. And as you exhale, feel like there are roots growing down from the bottom of your lower back into the ground. So you're getting nicely connected with the earth. So breath in, one more breath in, and a breath out. And now we're going to practice this gentle way of breathing, which is just breathing in for 3 counts and exhaling for 3 counts. So just keep that breath going as I just focus on relaxing different parts of your face and neck and upper torso. So breathing in, breathing out for 3, breathing in, breathing out 3 counts. And as you continue this breath practice, just relaxing the top of your head, relaxing your forehead. And you'll notice as you're breathing in, there'll be thoughts coming into your head, there'll be thoughts coming into your mind, but just observing without judging. As you breathe in and breathe out, relaxing your facial muscles, relaxing your jaw, relaxing your shoulders as you keep up with this breath in and breath out. Relaxing your upper torso, your lower torso. Breathing in, 3 counts, breathing out. Relaxing your pelvis, relaxing your thighs, relaxing your knee joints, and both your arm muscles, both your long arms, relaxing your fingers, your complete upper and lower back, feeling it relax. Moving down to your thigh muscles, feeling your thighs relax as you're in the seat, getting a little deeper in the seat, relaxing your ankle muscles, relaxing your toes, and then feeling your entire body relax. Breathing in for 3 counts. Breathing out, 3 counts. And just being present to what you're feeling this morning, present for any places of resistance in your body. We take 1 more breath like that. Breath in for 3 and a breath out. Gently open your eyes, interlace your fingers. Inhale, reach your arms up towards the ceiling. Exhale, moving to the right. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, moving to the left. And release, interlace your hands behind your back. Inhale, open up your chest, look up at the ceiling as you lift your arms up. Exhale, release your hands at your back, bring them to rest on your kneecaps. We're going to do a gentle seated twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twisting to the right. Your right arm goes back, looking over your right shoulder. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, twisting to the other side, looking over your left shoulder. Breath here, 1 more breath in. And breath out, twisting a little more. coming back to center. And from here, come into a child's pose. I'm just going to demo that for you. Coming into child's pose. Your big toes are touching at the back. Your fingers are spread out on the mat, resting your forehead as you draw your hips towards your heels. Breathing here. Inhale, lengthen those arms. Exhale, drawing your hips back. And moving your massage, maybe moving your forehead side to side, giving it a little massage. So just as you stay in child's pose, again, coming into presence here, coming into breath, and releasing any tension in your body as you stay in this pose. And during practice, I encourage you to come into this pose anytime you want to take a little pause, a little rest. One breath in, and those of you who know Ujjayi breathing, taking a deep Ujjayi breath in, deep Ujjayi breath out. And those of you not familiar with Ujjayi breathing, trying to create an ocean sound at the back of your mouth, especially with the exhales, constricting your throat just a little bit. From here, come up to your hands and knees. Inhale and exhale, and we're going to do some gentle cat-cows. So inhale, drop your belly, look forward. Exhale, round your spine into cat pose. Inhale, exhale, round. Press those 10 fingers into the mat as you do one more. Inhale, dropping your belly. Exhale, cat pose. Come back to neutral. Inhale, drag your right leg backward as you lift up your right leg. Engage your strong core muscles, drawing your belly button in and up and looking towards the front of the room. And once you have this balance, lift your left hand off the ground. And it might just be a little lift off the ground. It could also be a big lift like this one. And hold that pose. Just holding here, 3 counts, 1, 2, and 3. Drop your leg, drop your hand. Inhale, lift that left leg off the mat. Lengthen that left leg. Breathing here, drawing your belly button in and up. And once you have that balance, lifting your right arm up in front of you, looking towards the front of the room. Breathing here, 3 counts. 1, 2, and 3. Drop your hands, drop your legs. Inhale, reach your right arm up to the ceiling. Exhale, bring it behind your left and drop your head or your right shoulder to the mat. Breathing here. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale, lifting that right arm up. Exhale, place it back on the mat. Same thing on the other side. Make sure that your knees are hip width apart. Inhale, lifting that left arm up to the ceiling. Exhale, drop that left shoulder or your head. You can also drop your right arm on the mat. Drop your elbows down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, place it back on the mat. Breathing here. From here, inhale, lift that right leg up again. Exhale, bring it behind your left and lift your right arm up to the ceiling. Kind of a side plank version with your knees down. You see, I'm creating a little bit of length in my body. So breathing in this pose, you can bring something to cushion your left knee if you have sore knees, and then release back onto the mat. Inhale, lift that left leg up, nice and long behind you. Bring it behind your right, lifting up into side plank. Staying here for 3 breaths. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Come back to neutral. From here, lift up into a downward facing dog. Spread your fingers out on the mat, press down on your finger pads. Bend your knees, pedal your feet out. Make sure that tailbone goes right up to towards the ceiling. Pedaling your feet out is kind of nice. Maybe bringing some hip movement. Just loosening that joint there as you breathe in downward facing dog. We're going to stay here for about 4 breaths. Deep inhale, deep exhale. Breathe and filling your body with breath. And making a small attempt to come into presence here with breath, with your body, tuning in versus tuning out. One more breath in, breath out. Inhale, lift that right leg up to the ceiling. Exhale, bring it in, knee to nose. Inhale, lift that right leg up. Exhale, place it back on the mat. Inhale, lift that left leg up. Nice and long. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, lift that left leg up. Nice and long. Exhale, place it back on the mat. Walk your feet to your hands. Come into a ragdoll pose, holding your elbows. Again, bringing the movement here. So bringing a little bit of movement in your hips. And then focusing on what you can let go here. What can you let go of today that will maybe give you a little more freedom just for today? What can you let go of? So bringing that into mind and then just releasing here and then slowly coming up to stand, Tadasana. I'm just going to make my video a little bigger here so we can, yeah, okay. So coming up to stand, Tadasana, roll your shoulders back. Feet are hip width apart, hands are by your side. Close your eyes, coming into that same presence that we started practice with. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, hands at your heart. Anjali Mudra. Just breathing here and bringing into mind one intention for today's practice. So it could be just letting go of something. So bringing that something in your mind. It could also be a moment of gratitude for something that you have, just pondering, just pausing, thinking about that reflection. Something we did a lot of in our retreat, reflecting and journaling, which sometimes is really helpful, you know, putting things on paper. So bringing into mind one intention for today's practice. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Lost my iPod there. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift halfway, look forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, stand up, reach up, stretch your arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale into a high plank. So here you can drop your knees or you can stay in the high plank. We're just going to hold it for 2 breaths. Breathe in, breathe out. You can bring some movement into this high plank. 1 more breath in, breath out. Come all the way down to the mat. Inhale, low cobra pose, Bhujangasana. Open up your chest. Exhale, drop your forehead. Inhale, low cobra, press into your finger pads. Exhale, child's pose. Coming into child's pose, just for 3 breaths. Breathing in, breathing out. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, filling your body with breath. Exhale, lifting up from here to downward facing dog. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale, exhale. 1 more inhale, exhale, walk your feet to your hands. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, stand up and reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale to that high plank, holding it for 1 breath. Exhaling all the way down to the mat. Inhale, low cobra pose. Open up that chest. Exhale, downward facing dog. We'll do 1 more sunny, just the same way. So take a deep breath in. Exhale, empty, look forward, walk or jump to your hands. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, stand up and reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, back into that high plank. Dropping those knees. Let's hold for 2 breaths here. Breathing in, breathing out. Draw that belly button in and up. 1 more breath in, breath out. Come all the way down to the mat. Place your elbows on the mat here. If you notice, I'm placing both my elbows and then lift up into Sphinx Pose. Be the proud Sphinx in the desert. Breathing here, open up your chest. Exhale, release your forehead to the mat. From here, we're just going to go into Locus Pose. So bring your fingers to face the back of the room. Inhale, lift your torso, lift your feet, lift your arms up, drawing your elbows towards each other. Exhale, right ear drops to the mat. Move your hips side to side. Inhale, forehead back to center. Exhale, Locus Pose. Opening up that chest, lifting your arms up, lifting your feet up. Exhale, left ear drops to the mat. Moving your hips side to side. From here, lifting up into upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale, filling your body with breath. Exhale, inhale, lift that right leg up to the ceiling. Exhale, place it forward. Warrior 1 pose. Just trying to hold on 1 second, everybody. So take Warrior 1. There you go. Bend that front knee, lift your arms up, breathing in this pose as you stay in Warrior 1. And then draw that right hip bone back and then place your hands at your heart. Breathing here, breathe in, breathe out as you lift that left leg off the mat. Just playing with a little balance here. So from here, I'm just lifting that left leg off the mat. And if you come out of balance, that's totally fine. Open your arms once you lift that left leg off the mat into airplane pose. Breathing here in airplane. Release back to Warrior 1. Lift those arms up. Interlace those hands behind your head. Open up that chest as you breathe. Breathe in, breathe out, looking at the ceiling. 1 more breath in, 1 more breath out. And then from here, interlace your fingers behind your back. Inhale, open up your chest. Exhale, fold forward in between your legs or over your front leg. So breathing here as with those interlaced fingers. Dropping your head, releasing your head, your jaw, bending that front knee. And then release, come back up to Warrior 2. Lift those arms up. And let's take Warrior 2 pose here. Long wide stance. Flip that front palm. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, peaceful warrior pose. Breathing in peaceful warrior. Breathing down the right side of your body. 1 breath in, breath out. Coming back to Warrior 2. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, Trikonasana, triangle pose on the right side. Straighten that right leg. Look up at your left thumb. And stacking those shoulders, focus on getting some length on this side. Breathing here. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, come back to Warrior 2. From here, slowly coming down to the mat. High plank. Dropping your knees if you need to, coming all the way down. Inhale, low cobra or upward facing dog, your choice. Exhale, downward facing dog or child's pose. We're just going to stay here for 3 breaths, everybody. Breathing in, breathing out, coming back to that intention, just taking a moment to pause, to reflect, and just looking at places of resistance in your body, if you have any today, and just surrendering to those without judgment. So just being, just noticing, and seeing where this practice takes you today. Inhale, come back up to downward facing dog for those of you in child's pose. One breath in, one breath out. Inhale, lift that left leg up to the ceiling. Exhale, warrior one, left side. Draw your left thigh bone back, bend that left knee, lift those arms up to the ceiling. Breathing here, warrior one. Back leg is at about 45 degrees. One breath in as you sit lower. One breath out. And from here, bring your hands to your heart, Anjali Mudra. And when you're ready, lifting that back leg up slowly into airplane pose, opening those arms up. You can always use the wall like I'm doing here. Keep your balance, but just breathing here as you look forward, keeping the back leg really active here, and then release. Coming back to warrior two, coming back to warrior one, and then opening up into warrior two. Breathing in warrior two, flip that front palm. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, peaceful warrior pose. Breathing here, breathing out. Inhale, exhale. Coming back up to warrior two from here. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, Trikonasana on this side. Breathe in, breathe out. Make sure that that front leg is nice and straight. You can bend your knee just a little bit if you need to. Stacking your shoulders, looking up at your right thumb. Bringing some length into this pose. We stay here for 3 breaths. Breathing in, breathing out. Inhale, exhale. One more breath in, breath out. And then from here, let's go back into warrior one because I noticed we forgot the fold on this side. Interlace your fingers behind your back once you're in warrior one. Inhale, open up your chest. Exhale, fold over your front leg or in between your feet. Breathing here, breathe in, breathe out. And as you're in this place of surrender, letting go, just focus on letting go any tension in your head, in your jaw, relaxing into this pose a little more, and then release, come back up, take warrior two once more. From here, chaturanga all the way down, high plank, coming all the way down to the mat. Inhale, low cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Down dog is one of our basic poses, as you know. So try and see if you can do something different in this pose, maybe making your feet as wide as your mat, bending your knees so your tailbone lifts up. Breathing here, filling your body with breath. One breath in, one breath out. Inhale, exhale, walk or jump to the front of your mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale to Utkatasana, chair pose. So sitting in an imaginary chair behind you. Lift those toes off the mat to make sure that you're sitting on your heels. And hug those knees in, everybody. So hugging those knee muscles in together. And just staying here. One more breath in, breath out. And from here, slowly come up to standing. Mountain pose again. Have your feet hip width apart. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, hands at your heart. Shift all your weight to your left leg. Take your right leg up for tree pose. Keeping that balance, press your right foot into your left. Grow roots on that left foot and open up your arms. If that's in your practice, maybe a smile thinking of your happy tree. As we have so many trees around us, so many different colors in fall. Breathing here, breathing in, breathing out as you stay in tree pose. Great pose if you have a hectic, busy day. Just taking this pose calms the nervous system. And stay rooted on that standing leg. And release everybody. Shake your hands out, shake your legs out. Let's switch sides. Put all your weight into your right leg. Lift that left leg up. Hands can be at your heart, or you can open up your arms. Breathe in here as you open up your arms. Breathing in, breathing out. Standing in tree, growing roots with that standing leg. And then release. Everyone release. Shake your legs out, shake your hands out. And from here, we're going to sit like we're sitting in chair, and then taking the right leg over into eagle, taking your right arm under. And you can also do this with your legs. I'm going to actually face the camera so you can actually do this. Or you can bring your right leg over. So your right arm is just going under, or you can hold your shoulders. So just sitting in eagle. So with the arms, I'm just going right arm under. With my legs, I can do this, or I can bring my right leg over. And then once I have this, then I'm sort of lengthening my spine and looking at a point in front of me. And this can be really hard sometimes, so you can also hold your shoulders and sit as low as you can. And then release everybody, shake your legs out. We'll do eagle on the other side. This is actually one of my favorite poses, partly because it's challenging, but also it's really, it does a lot of things for our body. It releases a lot of toxins from inside our body. And it's a twist, so forces you to think a little outside the box as to how you're going to do it. So you can always cross your legs, you can hold your shoulders like I'm doing, or you can have your arms. Once you have the arms, you can inhale and lift up a little higher to shoulder level. And again, just surrendering in this pose, just doing what you can do for today without judgment. And release, release everyone. Shake your hands out, shake your legs out. From here, inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, hands at your heart. Inhale, bring your right knee into your chest. Extend your left arm up to the ceiling. Hold your right knee. And some of you can just stay here in this balance. This is a great balancing pose. Some of you can open up your knee to the right and look over your left middle finger. And if you'd like to try it, you can always try it against a wall. Like I have a wall behind me, so I'm trying to support my back. And just stay here, 2 breaths here. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale, exhale, come back to center. Bring both arms up to the ceiling. Inhale, kick your right leg forward. And then exhale into airplane on the right side, kicking your right leg back. Breathing here. Breathe in, breathe out. And release everybody. Shake your hands out, shake your legs out. We're going to try the other side. So inhale, reach your right arm up to the ceiling. Bring your left knee into your chest, and you can stay here, or you can open up to the side. If you're opening up to the side, then keep that raised leg active. Look over your middle finger of your right hand. Just breathing here, staying in balance, growing roots on your standing leg. 1 breath in, breath out, come back to center, raise both arms up to the ceiling. Inhale, kick your right leg forward. Exhale into airplane pose. So kicking your left leg back. Kicking your left leg back, airplane pose. Breathing here, opening up your chest. Maybe a small bend in your right knee, so you're not locking that joint. And release everybody. Releasing, inhale, reach your arms up, stretching up, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, looking forward. Exhale into that high plank, coming all the way down to the mat. Rest your forehead on the mat just for 1 breath. Tuning in, inhale, exhale, inhale, low cobra pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. 2 breaths in down dog. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, lift that right leg up to the ceiling. Exhale, bring it forward, crescent lunge, right side. So lift that left heel up, bend that right knee. Bring your arms up, facing the ceiling, looking up at the ceiling. Inhale, hands at your chest, Anjali Mudra. Exhale into the twist. Twisting right. Press all your 10 fingers into each other. You can also open up your arms. Everyone, if you have a block, you can put your lower hand on a block. Just coming into the twist here, stacking those shoulders, looking up over your right shoulder as you stay in the twist. One more breath. Breath in, breath out, come back up. Crescent lunge, lift your arms up to the ceiling. Breathe in here, sitting a little lower. Exhale, warrior two pose. Long wide stance in warrior two. Flip that front palm, inhale, reach forward, exhale, peaceful warrior. Breathing down that right side of the body. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale, back to warrior two. Exhale, side angle pose. Bend that right knee, drop that right hand on your right thigh. Look up at your left thumb. Side angle, you could try it with the bind. If you haven't tried that before, you can take a half bind. And I know some of you might have birds in this practice. Feel free to take that. But a half bind would look something like this. And just staying in this pose for 3 breaths, everybody. Breathing here. Make sure you have a nice long wide stance. That will help. Again, what we're discussing, the option of letting go, staying in the pose, even if it's hard, just releasing tension, resistance, and then slowly come back up, everyone. Turn to face the side of the room. Toes are pointing out. I'm just going to face the camera so you can see. And then interlace your fingers behind your back. Inhale, open up your chest. Exhale, fold forward. With your interlaced fingers, you don't have to interlace them. You can just place them in front of you. That's also an option. If you have interlaced fingers, just lift your arms up. Breathing here, releasing your head, releasing your neck. And come back up. Turn to face the side of the room. Warrior two. And from here, come all the way down to the mat. Chaturanga, high plank. Coming all the way down. Inhale, low cobra pose. Exhale, child's pose. Staying here for 3 breaths in child's pose. Breathing in, breathing out, taking time to reset in child's pose. Maybe give your forehead a massage, moving it side to side. One more breath in, breath out. And when you're breathing, focus on filling your body with breath. Your entire body is filling with breath, and exhale all the tension out of your body. And then inhale back up to downward facing dog. And we're just going to do the left side. So inhale again, lift your left leg up. Exhale, crescent lunge, left side. So right heel is lifted, left knee is bent. Bring your arms up. Bending, sitting a little lower. Inhale, hands at your heart, Anjali Mudra. Exhale, twisting to the left. So looking over your left shoulder, pressing into your 10 fingers, opening up that arm. If you have a block or something that you can put on your lower hand, something that you can put your lower hand on, could also be a bottle. You can always drop your knees in this pose and do the twist. That's always an option as well. But take the pose that's best for you without too much adjustment. You don't have to have the perfect pose, because that's also part of letting go, which is we always want the perfect pose, but there's no perfect pose in yoga. We all have different versions of our own poses. So breathing here, breathing in, breathing out in the twist, and come back to center. One more breath in, breath out, raising your arms up again. Staying in crescent lunge, and then slowly transitioning to warrior two, long wide stance. Peaceful warrior, inhale, reach forward, exhale, peaceful warrior. Breathing in peaceful warrior, feeling the breath cascade down the left side of your body. One breath in, one breath out. Coming back to warrior two. Inhale, reach forward, exhale. Side angle pose, looking up at your right thumb. Stacking those shoulders, bringing some length into this pose. And if you tried the half bind on the other side, you can try it on this side. If you took a bird on the other side, you can do that. So just breathing here, staying in this pose for 3 breaths. Breathe in, breathe out. Your left hand can also go to a block. That's also an option. I don't have a block with me today, but you can have something under your left hand. That's good too. And just staying for 1 more breath. Breath in, breath out, and then slowly releasing, coming back up to warrior two, turning to face the side of the room. Toes are inward, feet, heels are outward. And from here, bring your hands to your heart. And we're just going to sit in goddess half squat. And then inhale, reach up. Exhale, sitting in a half squat. Inhale, come up. Exhale, sitting in a half squat. And then inhale, come up. Hands can be at your hips. Inhale, 1 more time, open up your chest. Exhale, fold forward, hinging from your hips, drop your hands on the mat. Your hands can be in between your feet, releasing your head, releasing your jaw. Just breathing here. Some of you I know have a tripod headstand in this practice. Feel free to take that. And just releasing, just staying in this pose. 3 breaths, everybody. Releasing any tension in your upper back, any tension in your lower back, in your hips. And then if you took a tripod headstand, then slowly come down to join us. Slowly lift up, everyone. Coming back up, turn to face the front of the room. Chaturanga all the way down to the mat. High plank, low plank, coming all the way down. And stay with your belly on the mat. Rest your forehead on the mat. Move your hips side to side. Just staying here. Staying and breathing. And then getting ready for locus 1 more time. So inhale, lift up. Lift your forehead, lift your arms, your upper and lower torso, and then your feet last. Breathing here as you lift up. And release, left ear on the mat. And we're going to do 1 bow or locus, your choice. So if you're doing bow, holding your ankles, breathing in, lifting up, opening up your chest, drawing your elbows in towards each other, and release. Right here on the mat, shimmy your windshield wiper your legs, and then slowly lift up into upward facing dog. Open up your chest. And then from here, come onto your knees, lifting up, preparing for camel pose. So bringing your hands, supporting your lower back, drawing your elbows in towards each other. You can also reach for your ankles. But when you're ready, taking camel, so breathing in, and then exhaling, opening up your chest, looking up towards the ceiling, feeling that release in that expansion, and just letting go again in this pose. Breathing here, and then release back to neutral. 1 more breath in, and exhale. Opening up that chest, and come back to neutral. And then sit down on your heels, everybody. So sitting on your heels, a version of hero's pose, hands on your thighs, close your eyes. Again, a moment to pause and reflect. Bring in that intention, bring in that moment of gratitude, or just observe any areas of tension in your body that you want to let go of today. Just tuning into breath, closing your eyes, breathing in, breathing out. And then from here, come onto your back. So we're just going to roll over onto our backs. Just going to move up and draw your knees into your chest. Camera, so you can see my mat. Draw your knees into your chest. Give yourself a nice hug. Maybe a lower back massage as you move your legs side to side. And from here, place your feet down on the mat. Feet are hip width apart. Interlace your fingers under your lower back. Shimmy your shoulders under and lift up into bridge pose. So pressing down on all four corners of both feet as you lift up. And you can also bring some movement into bridge. So open up your arms behind you and then bring some movement, moving your hands and your hips, lifting up, coming back down with your hands, lifting up again, or you can stay in bridge pose. 2 more breaths, everybody. Breathe in, press your elbows on the mat. Breathe out. 1 more inhale. Exhale, come all the way down. Bring the soles of your feet together, Supine Baddha Konasana. 1 hand on your belly, 1 hand on your chest. Close your eyes. Feel the gentle rise and fall of your belly and your chest as you take a moment to pause and pause. Breathing in, breathing out. 1 more breath in, breath out, and then lift your legs up. Take happy baby. So hold the outer edges of your feet and take happy baby, maybe giving your lower back a massage. Breathing in, breathing out. And then from here, bring your hands onto your thighs or just behind your knees and rock up, back and forth. So rocking up, back and forth. And then come to rest in boat pose. So I'm holding the backs of my thighs. You can also open up your arms. Just a little bit of mini core work here. Let's hold boat pose for 4 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, and release your feet on the mat. Make sure that your feet are nice and long. Inhale, interlace your fingers, stretch up, exhale, folding over the front part of your legs. Seated forward bend, come into the front part of your sit bones for this pose. And then you can bend your knees a lot if you need to, but keep a nice long spine in this pose. So just breathing here as you release your head again. And then release, come back up. Open up your feet nice and wide. Bring your right leg in. And your left leg is nice and long on the side. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, fold over that left leg. Turn to face and fold over that left leg. Janu Shirshasana on the left side. Breathing here. As you fold, you can always bring a block under your left knee if you need to, but just breathing in this pose. Breathing in, breathing out. And then bring your right hand behind you and then lift up out of your hips into what's called a pose of joy. One of my teachers really likes this pose, and I can see why. It's really an expansive pose here. Breathing here, maybe smiling in this pose of joy. And then release everybody and switch legs. So lengthen the right leg, left leg comes in, press into your left thigh, turn to face your right leg, inhale, reach your arms up, exhale, fold over that right leg. Janu Shirshasana on this side. And you can also use a belt, a strap. I don't have one with me today, but you can bring it around your right foot and fold over that way if you can't reach your toes. And just breathing here, just releasing as you fold over that right leg. Breathing, releasing, and then slowly lift up. Bring your left hand behind your back. Inhale, lifting up into that pose of joy. Expansion in that chest, opening out, maybe releasing your head also, everybody. Letting go here, smiling, and release everyone. And then slowly bring your the soles of your feet to touch. Hold on to your toes. Inhale, open up your chest. Exhale, fold over the front part of your leg. Cobbler's pose. Breathing here, feeling that nice stretch. Inhale, exhale, fold a little more. And then slowly release, come back up. And from here, we're going to take a half pigeon. So a couple of choices for half pigeon. I'm going to show you both. So you can come back up to downward facing dog. Lift that right leg up and bring your knee in between and take half pigeon this way. So then you'd open up your chest and then fold over that right leg. So this is one version. You can also take it on your back. In that case, you'd go on your back and bring your right ankle over your left knee and draw your left thigh in. And this is another version of half pigeon. So your choice. I'm just going to demo both. You can take a look. So if you're doing this version of half pigeon, you can bring your right knee in. And then it's really important to open up your chest here. Breathe in and then exhale, fold over the front part of your body. And you can bring something under your right bottom area. And you can press down on your left toes. So this is a great version of half pigeon. But the one on your back is pretty good too. So you can do that on your back and draw your left knee in. Your choice. Either one is fine. And if you just prefer to stay on your back today, that's great too, because we'll eventually be coming back to our back. You just stay there for about 4 breaths, just releasing any tension, everyone. Releasing your head here. Sometimes I bring a block under my head, so that's also an option. Just want to rest your head on something. A cushion like this is also an option. Just staying there, tuning in, staying with breath, staying in with any sensation, observing without judgment, because yoga gives us an opportunity to do that. And focusing on what we can let go, what we started practice with, what can we let go of in our lives and perhaps our practice, because every day our practice is different. Stay here for 2 more breaths, everybody. So if you're on your back, just switch legs. So you're just going to bring your left ankle over your right knee and draw your right thigh in. If you're in half pigeon, the other version of half pigeon, then come back to down dog. Raise your left leg nice and long, bring your knee into your chest and take half pigeon on the other side. So open up your chest, expand, and then fold over that front knee. Bringing something under your left hip if needed. A block is great. You can also bring a block under your forehead. The idea is to just release in this pose, release anything that doesn't serve you. And just be. This pose forces us to reflect and just be. Nothing to do, nowhere to go, no list to make. Just us and our breath and our thoughts. We are just observers in this pose. And don't forget to breathe, everybody. Nice, long, deep breaths in and out as you stay in this pose. And stay there for 2 more breaths. And then release. If you're on your back, just draw your knees, both your knees into your chest. If you're on pigeon on the left side, just come back up to downward facing dog, lengthen that left leg, and then slowly come onto your back. whichever way is comfortable for you to come onto your back, just come onto your back, draw your knees into your chest, everybody, and let's take happy baby. We take happy baby, massage our lower back. And from here, take an inversion of your choice. So you could take Viparita Karani, so you can take something under your lower back and lift your legs up. This is pretty good right here. You can also go legs up a wall. Since I have a wall near me, I'm going to show you that. So then you're scooting your hips towards the wall and taking your legs up a wall. So make sure that your hips are really close to the wall so your feet can lift up and be supported. And then you can take shoulder stand, or I know some of you have a headstand, so either shoulder stand or headstand is a great choice as well. We'll stay on in our inversion. If you're coming into a headstand, come into an embryo pose when you're sort of near finishing and you're done. If you're in shoulder stand, taking plow pose, maybe after a couple of breaths, we're just going to be here for a couple of breaths at least. But just staying with our inversion. Again, just being present to breath, releasing anything that you want to release today. So if you're in shoulder stand, then coming into plow pose, and from there, coming into ear pressure pose, which is Karnapidasana, the knees to your ears. If you're in a headstand, then releasing into embryo slowly. If you're with your legs up a wall, we can just stay there for one more breath, or in Viparita Karani. And everybody slowly releasing and meeting up, hugging your knees into your chest. And then with your knees hugged into your chest, just taking a supine twist, so opening up your arms into a T, dropping your knees to the right as you look over your left side. So a gentle supine twist here. And when you're in the supine twist, make sure your hands are really nice and open wide with your palms facing up towards the ceiling. So you're in a place of receiving. So after all the hard practice of this morning, we are in a place of receiving right now. So just visualizing that in your mind, maybe closing your eyes, feeling beautiful energy covering your body, as you're in a place of receiving. And then slowly switch sides, bring your knees back to center, flipping to the other side, looking over the right middle finger. Supine twist on the other side. Breathing here in this practice. You can also bring a hand to your outer hip if that helps, but keeping your arms open is always great. Closing your eyes here as well, everyone. I encourage you to close your eyes when you can, because that forces us to come inward. And then releasing, coming back to center, hugging your knees into your chest, lifting your head up to meet your knees, and then slowly releasing into Shavasana, corpse pose. Open up your arms, open up your feet, close your eyes. Breathing here. And just releasing, feeling your body get nice and heavy on the mat. Your hands can also be on your belly. And just slowing your breath down. Slowing your breath down, keeping your eyes closed. Just being in this pose. And then slowly moving to the right side, drawing your knees into your chest, coming up to a seated position, hands at your heart, keeping your eyes closed, tuning back into that intention that you set at the beginning of practice, bringing some life energy into that, breathing into that intention. And then bring your thumbs to your forehead center, bowing to the light within each of us, and in gratitude for this practice. Namaste, everybody. Thank you. Thank you, Jodi.
Diva, thank you so much. Diva donates her time, everyone, and she's just fabulous. I know you all enjoyed her class so much. I certainly did. And I'd like to invite you to some upcoming events. Tomorrow, I'll be talking with Megan Ehrlich. She'll be talking about how to glow from the inside out, and who doesn't want to be able to do that? So that will be an interesting conversation. She's wonderful. I heard her speak a couple of weeks ago in Montana, and I hope you can join us for that. Then we're going to have a really fun event right after Thanksgiving on how to decorate. So she has a really beautiful sensibility about her style, and you can make a wreath with us, and also learn how to set your table and with beautiful natural items. So that will be lovely. And then on December 6th, just completely switch topics. We're going to be talking about aging parents, and we'll be talking to someone who actually helped me during my mom's progress through Alzheimer's, and she'll have some great tips for all of us on how to deal with aging parents if you happen to be doing that. And then on December 15th, we'll be talking about how to be resilient during the holidays. It's such a busy time and we're pulled in so many different directions. So stay tuned on that. I'd also like to tell you that we have a couple of events coming up. I'm going to stop share here since that is not what we want to see. But there's a couple of retreats coming up. One coming up in January in Roslyn at snowshoeing, and another Revel in You experience, and also yoga. And then we'll also be actually wine tasting in Walla Walla next April. So check out revel11.com. Thank you so much for joining us, everyone. It's great to see you. I love our Sunday community, and have a great rest of the day and a great week. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks, Divya. Enjoy your daughter.
Thank you.
Okay. Bye,
Thank you,
Joan.
Jodi.
Bye.
Bye.